Today's workout begins with the dumbbell power snatch. We're going to be doing an alternating dumbbell power snatch. It's going to start at the floor. We're actually doing it as more of a muscle snatch where you're just standing up fully and locking it out. So we have our feet shoulder width apart, our dumbbell right in the center of the body. We're pushing the hips back, hinging at the hip, and bending the knees enough to get it down to the floor. If you can't get to the floor without rounding your back, don't go all the way to the floor. Just keep your back flat. It's right in the center there between the ankles. From here, we're going to bring it up slowly, making sure that we bring it into the hip crease. From there, we extend the hip, shrug the shoulder, lift the elbow, and lock it out overhead. When we're locked out overhead, we have our knuckles, elbow, shoulder, hip, ankle, all in a straight line. Muscles tense. Bring it down to the shoulder, or at least close to the body, all the way down to the floor. We're switching hands at the floor, going to the other hand, pulling it right up close to the body, executing the same way. You want to have a pad down there, perhaps if you're in an apartment or your home, to pad the floor. If you have a kettlebell, you can use a kettlebell just the same, just with that technique of extending the kettlebell overhead. If you do not have either, use a loaded bag, or if you have a plate, you can do a two-handed version of this. Same execution, bringing it down between the legs, just with two hands, keeping it close to the body, extending up overhead. Our second movement today is the chin up. For the chin up, we'll have an underhand grip. You're going to hang with your arms straight. Take your feet off the ground, bend your knees. To initiate, you're going to lean back and pull your shoulders and elbows down and back. Bring your chest up to the bar. Bring yourself back down with control without touching the ground. If this is too difficult, use a stool, a chair, something to that effect, so you can climb up to the top position of the chin up and go down slowly. This is building strength through the eccentric motion, going down slow with control. If you are very strong at chin ups, you might add weight to this movement. You can add weight with a dumbbell between the legs or a loaded bag over your back perhaps. Our third movement, we're going to get into a push-up. For the push-up, we have a nice strong plank, sucking the stomach in, bowing the upper back into the ceiling. From here, we lower the chest to the ground, our elbows come into the body, bring our chest firmly to the floor. Push the floor down, come back up, keeping that straight line plank throughout the motion. If this is too difficult, see if you can go down and control the eccentric, the lowering portion. You can put your knees down to help you get back up. Go all the way back to that plank to help build this plank position. If that's too difficult, put the knees down on the way down, keep them down on the way up, back to that plank. To make this harder, if you have some really strong push-ups, you can add weight with a backpack, loaded backpack, do your push-ups. Now today we're staying in this push-up plank position and we're moving right into our fourth exercise. That is the knee to chest, plank knee to chest. So we're taking our knee, pulling it right into the center of the chest, and then bringing it back down. This is not a mountain climber. We're not hopping. We are slow and controlled, pulling that knee in and bringing it back to plank.